Welcome to our YouTube channel, where wisdom meets inspiration. In this channel, we share valuable insights to help you become the best version of yourself. Our content is designed to uplift your spirit and enrich your life. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay connected with this incredible journey. Click the subscribe button below.
I find it very difficult to be limited to one place, so I will keep moving, if you don't mind. And till date, no podium is there for my height, so I prefer to stand against this. What to do? Manufacture defect. All right. So, can we go to the first slide, please? Thank you. Okay. So that was me, version 2003, and this is version 2025. When Mangalore started becoming smarter, I observed a change. Everything around us was getting concretized, and the same character of Mangalore, which was what I felt when I got down from a bus from Bangalore. My father was transferred to Mangalore. He was in Corporation Bank. And when I got down in Hampergata bus stand, the first smell that I got of Mangalore was mango flowers. How many of you have smelt a mango tree when it flowers? Intoxicating it is. That is the smell that I can still memorize. When I got down in Hampergata bus stand, there were about 4 or 5 tall mango trees, and under that the buses used to come and stand. That was the Mangalore I was born into, brought into. And when I crossed this, where now the TMA Pai Hall is there, green paddy fields were there, and fresh water was flowing in that tod. Now we call it gutter. That time we used to call it a tod, where water was being fed into these agriculture fields. And that is the Mangalore I have inherited. And being in education, there are 600 students in CFAL. Every day, my eyeball hit is 1,200. When I look into their eyes, I feel a deep sense of shame and guilt. That is this what my generation has done and leaving behind to you? I'm ashamed of my generation, what we have done to Mangalore. But telling the problem, everybody knows the problem. What is new? What is the solution? So all that education does to us is to enable our minds to think of solutions of problems around us. I don't have to solve the problems of the moon and the Mars, but I have to solve the problem 1 foot around me if I'm able to regulate and solve things without complaint to somebody else. What are we fighting about? We have greater goals in life. Right? So this is what I said. I want to do something so that Mangalore can be a better place. And I read somewhere, anything that is reported or anything that is counted improves, and anything that is counted and reported improves exponentially. So I thought, let me count and report so that the policymakers will have some data to look into. And using the power that we teachers have, maybe ISRO scientists, you will say 128 satellites they launched, whole country is clapping. How many teachers here in the audience? Dear teachers, you are in the most powerful profession. Every year you are launching careers after careers. These are the missiles we are making for the society, which will make a difference. Right? So every missile here, we are here teachers to light fire on your other end so that you launch and move forward and do something better for the country. Not tell us what the problems are, but come up with solutions with the power of the education that is given. Yes, next slide please. So when we look at United Nations sustainable, everybody talks about sustainable, sustainable. What is this sustainable? So United Nations in 1992 came up in Rio de Janeiro. 178 countries came together and did an agenda. Can you imagine if I sit on a coffee table with 4 people, we cannot decide whether to order goli bhaji or bonda bhaji. 2 things we cannot agree upon, but imagine the statement where 178 countries come up and agree upon 17 criteria. That is the power of sustainable development goals. Because these are something that you want the world to be tomorrow. So what do you think tomorrow's world you want to be? Where there is no hunger, where there is no poverty, where there is equality. All of these put together are the 17 goals of United Nations. So if you are working towards any of these, then you are working towards sustainable globe. So no poverty, no hunger, good health, well-being, quality education, gender, clean water, affordable energy, decent work, innovation, reduced inequality, sustainable cities, 11. This is where I am talking about. Responsible consumption and production, climate change, another point I am talking about. Life below water and life above land. This is another point I am talking about. So all the work that I do are related to these 3 sustainable goals, and no goals are achievable unless we work in partnership. No man can work alone. It is the power of community. It's the partnership that wins us the wars and the battle. So we need to have strong institutions and peace and justice. With strong partnership, we can achieve these. And when we are thinking about progress of a country, always we think about economy. So this is the question I asked my son after 10th standard. What do you want to do? Art, science, commerce? He said, where more paisa is there, there I want to go. That's the first question that we ask. When we say development, development plan delli, ಎಷ್ಟು currency ಬರ್ತದೆ or ಎಷ್ಟು profit ಆಗ್ತದೆ? That is the first question that we ask. But none of the economics is strong enough if our society is not strong. None of our societies can be strong. We will fight with each other if our biosphere is not strong. So we need to strengthen the biosphere first, and the economy and the society will follow. So unless we have the ecosystem of the place in healthy condition, what are we talking about when we are saying economics? Let us get our basics right. And why is the need? Dala Appuji, Mangaluru, this global warming is a big scam. This is what I am hearing in DC office. Outside when we are sitting and we are having a discussion, group of people made, oh, climate change, all big scam. So we are in total denial of this. Then let's take a look at statistics. United Nations last year gave this as the logo: restoring land, combating desertification and building drought resilience. Why? Because India, 30% of the land is under desertification, and out of 718 districts, 500 are facing drought-like situation. And take a look, Mangaluru here is mildly dry. I went for an international conference in Mudbidri, and one boy from Rajasthan, 15-year-old boy, comes up on the stage. 1,500 in the audience, all Mangaloreans, and he has the courage to come and say, मैंने मैंगलोर जितने बेवकूफ लोग कहीं भी नहीं देखे. He has the guts to say, मैंगलोर जितने बेवकूफ लोग कहीं नहीं देखे. And everybody said, whoa, and boo, and all that. Then we asked him as organizers, why? And he said, मेरे गांव में सिर्फ 2 दिन बारिश आती है और पानी के वांदे नहीं है. और मैंगलोर में 2 महीना बारिश नहीं आता है. एंड अप्रैल मई में इन लोगों को पानी के वांदे हैं. बेवकूफ है कि नहीं? We are. Nearly 9 to 10 months we get rains, and still, why are we struggling? Because we do not have sustainable plans, do we? So this was a study done by Shreya, Ratan, me and Nagendra, and this is every tree in Mangalore. We got up 6 in the morning, walked by foot, measured the trees' height and the girth. For what? For finding what was the land use, what was the trees per person count. Every person at least one tree do we have? Every person one tree do we have? Let's take a look. This is what my father told me. Everybody is born with three runas. Matruna, Pitruna, Acharya runa. Matruna, blood and flesh. If you do not treat her well and do not undo all the debt that you have got from her, you will go to hell. Pitruna, he gives his blood and his sweat and makes you big, feeds you. If you do not return, you will go to hell. Acharya runa, maybe Acharya wrote this. Okay, so Acharya runa. If somebody who doesn't give you the life goal, you are not able to repay him, you will go to hell. But let me tell you, there is a fourth runa. If you do not take care of environment, you need not wait to die to go to hell. Hell will happen here. So we are indebted to give back to nature what we have taken. And if you think you have not taken anything from nature, can you do me a favor? Hold your breath honestly. Hold your breath. Don't breathe. How long can you hold on? If you are breathing, you owe it to the trees. This is your debt. Every breath that you take, if you do not repay, hell will happen here. So each one of us takes upon ourselves to plant a tree and give back to nature and have a net zero approach. Globe will take care of itself. Are we as individuals net zero is what I'm going to question. So we did this count. We found this is the population of Mangalore, 6 lakhs and odd. Now it is 7 lakhs. Are we having 7 lakhs trees? 1:1. So let's take a look. Rajasthan and all very hot. Mangaluru very cool. Do we know the temperature? Take a look. 42 degrees was the highest land surface temperature in 2014. In 2022, it is 47 degrees. That's why we are feeling the warmth. Mangalore has got 3 weather. Hot, hotter, hottest. When it is raining, it is hot. Now it is hotter. When summer comes, it will be the hottest. Why? Why? This is the total number of trees we have. This is the carbon sequestered. This is the average. And average temperature has gone up by 0.42 degrees. What can I do about it? New York City has mapped every tree on its campus, everywhere in the city. They have it. And Mangalore too has it. But are we aware of it? Every ward, this is the Falnir ward. You can tell 317 trees are there, 40 distinct species. This is the diversity index. And suppose somebody says, I want to plant another tree in this area. I want to add to biodiversity. Then I'll tell you, this is mahogany trees are maximum and Makaranga peltata trees that adde they make that. So these are the trees there, and the average temperature from 14 till now has gone up in Falnir by 1 degree. This is measured for every ward. It's a book, every page has got this data. And I'm going to repeat this again. And in Amara project, we have, the city corporation has taken this data. You can adopt a tree or you can plant a tree. And this year we planted 11,000 trees, odd trees, and 40,000 mangrove trees. Mangalore has one unique advantage. We have the coast. So in the coast also we can plant. Illi jaga illa. Okay. Mangroves are there. And if mangroves are there, breeding nurseries for fishes and prawns are there. We can increase the yield of the fishermen in this region. We can improve the quality of life. So these are some of the areas or the findings where Derabel, 2 degrees temperature has gone up. Kambala, 2 degrees. Dongarkeri, 2.18 degrees. At the same time, the regions where development has not occurred so much, you have Tiruvale, it is -1, it has become cooler because of certain plantation, Bajal, etc. This is the total carbon sequestered, and this is the Mangalore people, or this is the volunteers that help me to do it. The oldest volunteer is 81 years old, and the youngest volunteer may be around 16 years old. These are the volunteers who would come, pump well, come tomorrow morning, one message, and there they are there. Whether it rains or not rains, and only reward that they get is one breakfast free. But every tree has a character. Every tree has got one unique feature. And my hidden agenda is not to count the trees, but to bring students on the street, feel the trees, know the trees. And the first step towards understanding somebody is saying, hello, I'm Smitha Hegde, and you will tell your name. This is the first step. So when you meet a tree, you know the name of the tree, you know what it does. That's the first step. So bringing closer to students and trees is my goal. Thank you so much.
Become Swami Vivekananda's messenger. Share the video with 3 of your friends.